In this video today, we will talk about 4 natural treatments that I recommend for bloating. And if you stay till the very end of the video, I will give you my things to keep an eye out for about warning signs in which bloating may not be the only thing going on inside your GI tract. Let's begin. Hi guys, my name is Dr. Samir Islam. I'm a board certified gastroenterologist. Yes, that is a poop doctor practicing here in Texas. And my passion is to give you accurate medical information based on science that you can take to help out with your health. In today's video, if you like this video, I encourage you to like my Facebook page, my YouTube page, my Instagram, where I post these videos on a replay every single week. That way you can learn more about your gut and what you can do to help out with your gastrointestinal health. So in this video, you'll learn my top 4 recommendations that I have for all my patients who have bloating and some easy tips to help out with that really troublesome symptom. Now, bloating sucks. I completely understand this. It feels terrible, and I feel bad for the people who have bloating. That feeling of distension, your belly getting full, feeling like you're pregnant all the time. And it's really hard to figure out exactly what to do because bloating can be multifactorial. It can be due to a lot of different reasons, whether it's certain foods that we eat, maybe it's bad bacteria, maybe it's infection, stress, a combination of all the above. But no matter what, bloating is terrible, 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 and it is a really hard thing to deal with. But in today's video, I'll give you my top tips, my 4 top tips that I recommend to help out with bloating. Now, these are 4 very effective natural treatments that I recommend for bloating, and they're based on clinical evidence. The first thing I recommend is a medication called IB-Guard. Now, peppermint oil has been used for a long time to help out with gut symptoms and gut issues. IB-Guard is a specially formulated peppermint oil that's specifically released within the GI tract to help out with a lot of symptoms such as pain, bloating, upset stomach, and diarrhea. For a lot of my patients who have these symptoms, it's a very effective and worthwhile medication to try with very minimal side effects, except for sometimes you can have heartburn. I start off with 2 pills per day and then go up to as high as 8 pills per day to see if it helps out with your bloating symptoms. Try it. It's very effective and very safe to use. Now, probiotics are very effective for bloating, but the difficult thing is that a lot of patients ask me what is the probiotic that I recommend. And there are a lot of them that are out there in the market. Some of them work, some of them don't work. Some of them are made by manufacturers that don't have the highest standards with probiotics. But the one that I recommend is called Align. This is one of the very few probiotics that has been studied in clinical trials in patients with IBS. It is very effective to help regulate your bowel movements and also to help prevent bloating as well. The good thing about Align is that you don't have to refrigerate it. You take it once a day. It is relatively inexpensive, and it actually works based on clinical evidence. So out of all the probiotics that are out there, Align is one of those that I recommend. The third medication I recommend for bloating is a medication called Atrantil. This is a very unique medication because it is made by a gastroenterologist. It's made up of different ingredients, including herbs and other medications to help out with the gut symptoms. And for a lot of people who have bloating, constipation, upset stomach, or indigestion, it can really help make things a lot more easier and effective to treat and also get your symptoms taken care of as well. And for a lot of my patients who do have these issues, it is another very effective option that I recommend for patients who have bloating. Now, keep in mind, if you do use this medication, it can maybe take some time to actually get into effect, maybe even up to 30 days. So just be aware of that, especially if you don't have a response dramatically in the first couple of days. Though I've had some patients who tell me they feel fantastic after the first day or so. The last medication is actually a pro-motility agent that you can only typically get on Amazon. It's called Iberogast. Now, I've used Iberogast for a lot of patients, and it really does help out. These are drops that are used to help out with stomach pain, bloating, nausea, and vomiting. It's made by special herbs to really help out with the gut GI system and to allow things to settle down a lot more effectively. So for a lot of my patients who have those symptoms, such as bloating, this is another very effective, safe option to help out with that. Typically, you have to get this on Amazon, so if you click on the links down below, I also have a link for where you can pick up this medication. There are very few side effects with Iberogast, and it is very effective for my patients who have a lot of upset stomach and GI issues. So these are my top 4 recommendations that I have for patients who have bloating. IB-Guard, the very effective natural peppermint oil. Align probiotic, one of the best probiotics that are out there. on Trontil, which is a newer medication actually developed by a gastroenterologist to help out with symptoms of bloating. And then lastly, Iberogast. If you want to know where to purchase these, you can certainly click on the links down below. If you go to my website, Dr. Islam Favorite Things, where I have a link to all these medications under bloating. These are very effective, safe, natural ways to help out with your bloating. So if you're suffering from upset stomach, indigestion, feeling like you're pregnant all the time, try these 4 medications. You can try them one at a time. Try it for about a week or 2. See which one is the most effective treatment for you. One medication may work for you while another one won't. Just try and experiment and see what is going to be the best option for you. And the benefit about these medications is that they're all very natural, very safe, and they're made by manufacturers that have a high quality of standard. Now, sometimes bloating can be more than just bloating, and there are times when you actually have to see a doctor about your bloating. And so there are a couple of warning signs that I recommend for you to keep an eye out for when you need to see your doctor about your bloating issues. So first thing is if natural treatments don't work. So you try medication like IBGard or Iberogast, you try it for a couple of weeks and you don't feel any better, or you try changing your diet and your symptoms are still getting worse and worse and worse, that is the time to make sure you see a healthcare provider, because your symptom of bloating may actually be a sign of something else going on inside your GI tract. The second thing is if you have severe pain or reflux. Reflux and a really bad abdominal pain are not typical symptoms of regular old bloating. This could be a sign of an ulcer, maybe inflammation in the stomach that needs to be evaluated by a healthcare provider. So make sure if you have significant pain that you go see a healthcare provider. If you notice yellowing of your eyes, for some people bloating may be a sign of actually your liver not working correctly, and you actually may be misinterpreting the signs of bloating for maybe fluid around your belly. And so one of the signs of that is yellowing of your eyes. So if you notice your eyes are turning yellow, your skin turns yellow, that term is called jaundice. And make sure you speak to your healthcare provider to keep an eye out for your liver. Lastly, significant weight loss is not typical for bloating. So if you have bloating but you're losing weight and you don't understand why, or you're getting full quicker than normal, make sure you speak to your healthcare provider. That is not a normal sign of regular bloating. These are the 4 warning signs that I have that I keep an eye out for patients who have bloating that makes me think that something else may be going on. And if you're suffering from any of these 4 items, make sure you see your healthcare provider about what else could be going on. So in summary, the natural treatment can really work out for a lot of our patients. Try the natural approach, try the medications that I recommend, see if it helps out with your bloating. If it does, fantastic, then we're good. If it doesn't, or if you have any warning signs, make sure you speak to your healthcare provider about whether something else needs to be investigated. Question of the day: what natural treatments have you used to help out with bloating? I would love to hear your comments down below. Comment down below so we can all learn about what options you have tried to help out with your bloating. I want to thank you guys for joining me today. I would encourage you to subscribe to my YouTube page and to my newsletter to get more tips on how to help out with bloating and your gut issues. Hope you guys have a great day. Thanks and take care.